Hey Virgo, we're going to do your monthly May reading. This is a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 2020 for Virgo. What can you let go of right now to set yourself free? What are you attached to right now that's just weighing so heavy that you don't feel free? And I'm going to do a past, present, future with the Osho Zen Tarot for you. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo, May, past, present, future. Okay. And for your past, we have new vision. So you had a new vision that you were sharing with yourself, with others. You were building a new perspective for yourself and feeling protected and whole while doing so. You were able to see through what had maybe given you blocks before, perhaps creative blocks. You built on the things that didn't work and created a new vision. And then for your current situation, we have the burden. So this is the Six of Clouds, and this is basically, carrying the burden on your back of, someone directing you through life, where to go, and how heavy it is, kind of like trying to please people who are just like, nothing's ever enough. He's got everything he could ever need, but he's riding this dude's back that's looking all ragged. But, it's a burden to try to please people and society. And for your future, we have suppression. So you perhaps need to avoid, or you will be experiencing some feelings of suppression. This is basically like the Ten of Wands, where it's all weighing you down. It's too heavy. It's like the burden became too much and it all had to kind of come crumbling down, kind of like release it. That's the end. It's the worst that it could have been. That's the end of the road. Now it's time for a new. And then I'm going to do a 5-card spread with the Shadowscapes to kind of clarify that, so I can get a message for your month of May. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, May for Virgo. Okay, for your current situation, we have the the King of Pentacles. So you're feeling like either you or someone around you is gaining stability financially, or is becoming more and more stable within themselves, in realizing that they don't have to carry this burden of what other people's expectations and stuff. And feeling, this is also protection too. So you're probably protected by your guides and your spirits and yourself from this burden completely capsizing you. This is actually a good card, because this means that's the end. The worst that could have happened has happened, and you're moving, and you're going to be moving on from that in the month of May. But yeah, you're gaining realization that you can provide for yourself and for others. You don't need to carry this burden while doing so. You can do so while being grounded within yourself. And in your recent past, we had the Emperor. So you were really just having full vision, full strength, really strong, able to create a really, really just masterful situation for you, a clear, purposeful situation. You knew what you were doing. You're confident, responsible. These are two very responsible masculine cards. For your abilities this month, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. So perhaps something that you were embarking on is put on hold for right now. or, you know, delayed a little bit, it might cause some like mild disappointment or communication problems. But just cling to that grounding, and you'll be able to see clearly through that and not get too wrapped up in this suppression. And for your love, passions, and interests, we have a rebirth. So we have death, the phoenix rising, caterpillar to butterfly situation. It's like a graduation. It's time to graduate to college. And then in your future, we have justice in reverse. So there might be some injustice perhaps that's causing this heavy weight, probably done by the person causing you the burden. Yeah, justice in reverse. It's injustice, just not, it's not fair, unfair. It's just, let me clarify. May I clarify the justice? Ooh. Judgment in reverse. Okay. Well, yeah. Overly critical. Can I clarify justice in reverse for the outcome, please? King of Cups. Huh. So when you feel this suppression towards the end of the month, it might be because something's come to an end and there's a death, like a, not a literal, but like a relationship, job, or passion ending. And that can feel like an injustice has been served to you. Something has been put on hold, something's in pause, and that's a heavy burden to bear. And it feels unfair, and it might make you perhaps a little overly critical of the world, of your circumstances, of the people that you're involved with. So I think, you know, with this King of Cups, it's really important to find a calm shoulder to cry on, someone stable and supportive. And take some time, yeah. You should, you know, honestly, it would be healthy to not even look for that in someone else, but to you yourself be calming and there for yourself and stable for yourself and supportive of yourself, because it's good to take this time to rest and reflect and see what's been working for me thus far, what hasn't been working for me, what needs to be taken with me in the future, what needs to be left behind. What swords do I need to leave behind? What swords am I taking with me? You need to make that judgment call and not be too overly critical of yourself and others. Yeah, you feel stabbed in the back. It's an indecision. You don't know which way to go. Lots of confusion and running away. Yeah. Let me pull one judgment or one guide card for you with the medicine cards, Virgo, for the month of May. Coyote. Okay. So this is a card to remind you to not take life so seriously and to basically make play out of life. As long as it's not at the expense of others. Don't gossip. Don't be malicious towards anyone else, because that has a lot to do with, you know, this type of bullying, unfair treatment, abuse of power energy that's coming up here. When you're feeling suppressed, it's easy to project. When you're feeling disappointed, it's easy to project. When you're going through a change, you just don't, you know, you want to run away from your own feelings because it's hard to deal with, and it's an indecision. You choosing not to heal is a decision in itself, and that's doing yourself an injustice, even though you feel like an injustice is done to you because of whatever's ended. It's time to really reflect, was that even working in the first place? Was that worth carrying into May, June, July anyways? It's time to nurture yourself and emotionally be there for yourself and reach out to family members if you can. Yeah, don't be too judgmental. Just because one person screwed you over or one situation just didn't work out, remember your perspective. Remember how quickly perspectives can change and how you can immediately turn back into that strength and grounding and really make things happen for yourself. Yep. Just have a little play at life. Okay, Virgo? I hope that helped, and I hope you have a wonderful month of May. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you.